YouTube, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all see the title of the video. I'm finna tell y'all why we need to be focusing on making $2 grand a week, ladies and gentlemen. It's so we don't have to keep struggling. It's already crazy, ladies and gentlemen, that we have to pay for things that should be free. Water, power, a place to stay. It's already wild enough. So since we're playing this little matrix game, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make the game easier for us. So everybody's situation, financial situation, isn't gonna be the same, ladies and gentlemen. I say all that to say this. That still doesn't give nobody the excuse to not grind and want to get out of the matrix. I don't know about y'all, ladies and gentlemen, but I value my time. I value my time so much. There's been so many times where I didn't want a job because I knew they guaranteed taking 40 hours a week from me. I got a little delusion to me up here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But whatever it may be legally, we need to focus on making $2 grand a month, $2 grand a week, I meant. So I don't know about y'all, ladies and gentlemen, but me, $2 grand is my bills for the month. So for me to be making $8K a month, that still gives me $6 grand, $5 to $6 grand to save. Just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what you can do with an extra $5 to $6 grand a month. And you got your own place. And you got your car note paid. And you got gas in your car. And you got food in your fridge. And you got clothes on your back. I think that's what we need to be focusing on. We need to be focusing on skills. Like I told y'all before, at this job, ladies and gentlemen, I'm making roughly minimum $500 a week. What is $500 a week, ladies and gentlemen? When I just told y'all my bills alone is $2 grand a month. If I wasn't in the situation that I'm in now with a roof over my head, I would be completely poor because everything that I'm making would literally be going up straight to bills. That's no money for food. That's no money for gas. I would be effed up. So what I'm focusing on, and I want us to focus on, is increasing our income. Okay, if I'm making $500 a week, let me try to find a way to make that $1,000 a week. Let me try to find another 9-to-5 job to where I'm bringing in at least $250 a week. Okay, bam. I love watching YouTube. Bam, let me go ahead and go home. As soon as I get home, let me go ahead and make 1 or 2 reaction videos every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, bam. I love talking about money on this channel. Eventually, this channel will be monetized. Remember I said that. So, you love talking about money, correct? Do the same thing I'm doing. Do the same thing Reese and the Cut doing. Talk about money and get paid from YouTube because the advertisers are putting hella bread behind the money niche. Saving, investing, politics. What else? The economy. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things for us to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of us need this information. I wish I would have had this information or somebody to tell me this when I was 19, 20 years old. I wish somebody told me, ladies and gentlemen, focus on increasing your income instead of just doing stuff to make people happy just so they don't keep knocking you. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by knocking you is, you know how people be like, you don't have a job, you don't have a car. If I would have been focusing on straight increasing my income, that noise would shut up, you know what I'm saying, down the line. Have y'all noticed when people know that you make money, they stop trying to teach you something? As soon as they find out you make more money than them, they turn into listeners instead of teachers. So that's my whole point. Like, we need to increase our income, ladies and gentlemen, so we can sleep better at night. I don't know about y'all, but my nervous system is all over the place. You know, I came into poverty just like a lot of y'all watching this video. My whole family, born into poverty. Not trying to be funny, I have never seen any of my family members, close family members, immediate family members have $10,000 cash. Never. You know, the most money I done seen my mom Dukes have at one time was money that came from taxes. after tax time. And that's because she, put her kids on there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody claim the kids, claim myself. You feel me? That's the, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my nieces and nephews. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you and your daughter, your son. I don't want that. So that's why I'm making these videos even at work to try to put y'all on game, because we have to get comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable again, and then get uncomfortable again to overcome that comfortable level we were just on. So of course, working 2-3 jobs is gonna be uncomfortable. I got 2 jobs right now, ladies and gentlemen. One arm position that I work about twice a month, and I work this position 4 days a week. But by me being in grind mode, I'm trying to figure out how can I match my 9-to-5 income from using my laptop, okay, doing reactions, okay, talking about money, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm only making this video, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's interest is going to be different. Everybody's side hustle on how to make an extra $500,000 a week is going to be different. I'm just making this video to hopefully turn on a light bulb in your head, so you can be like, bam, okay, bam, I'm getting $500 or $800 a week. Let me try to find something where I can match that. If you already making $700 a week, ladies and gentlemen, just imagine if you had another hustle that's bringing you another $700 or $800 a week. You might as well say that's $2,000 a month. And then once you start making money like that, ladies and gentlemen, then our mindset gets to rising out of survival mode. Then that's when I think we can actually live. We can actually enjoy going to work. Then at that point, you're going to work because you want to kill time. You don't want to be in the crib all day, But y'all comment down below what y'all think, ladies and gentlemen. I just want us to be focused on making $2,000 a week. Whatever and I'm talking about legally. We need to find a way to make $2,000 a week legally. I don't care if it's 2 9-to-5s. I don't care if it's 3 9-to-5s. I don't care if you're doing 1 9-to-5 and you doing YouTube videos on the side. Whatever you got to do to make $2,000 a week, we need to figure it out. And that's what I'm on. So I'm not going to tell y'all nothing I'm not going to do. Just told y'all I got 2 jobs and I have one source of income that I get every week. But I need that source of income that I get every week. I want to match that. So I've made $700, $800 in a week off content. I want to match that with my 9-to-5. See what I'm saying? If I make $500 a week for my 9-to-5, let me make more than $500 a week from my internet, brother. You know what I'm saying? From my internet currency. Appreciate y'all time, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to, give y'all some food for thought. That's all. Comment down below what y'all think, ladies and gentlemen. I'm see y'all in the next one. Appreciate y'all time. And comment down below other topics y'all want me to talk about. See y'all in the next one. Smash that like button if you got any value from this video. We're going to hold each other accountable. That's what we're going to do.